What is what is this? What is this? Coming down? It is ground in the
camera.
bump, blind, Madam, I've not asked you. You're still writing nonsense again. Just wait for me.
It is so pressing for a house. Yeah, every cocoa.
Because I can see here the 1.5
So the 1.5 could be something else. It could be that's not mine. Laptop line, that's not mine.
Hello, can Nihot Research unmute himself, please?
Thank you very much. Executive Director, sir. On behalf of the Academic Staff Union and Research Institutes, Suriname branch, we will commence the day of tribute for the immediate past chairman of Suriname, the great colleague, comrade, beloved father, brother, Dr. Bernard Inubisi Okafor. Permit me at this time, we will start with the opening prayer, a brief welcome by the Executive Director, after which we will take a biography of our comrade and have a presentation of the life and times, and then we will take tributes, have the vote of thanks, and the closing prayer. Please welcome with me for the opening prayer, Dr. V.C. Rumel.
Thank you for the solemn words. In the name of the Father, and the Son, we thank you, God, for today. And so, for the all we have done. What we are doing, we know we, your children, we don't know much. We are obeying. We pray that for this gathering, we in honor of our brother, our colleague, that's our colleague lies in your bosom. And at the end of the day, all we gather continue to glorify your name. A lot of activities are going to take place after today. You put everything in your hand. We pray pray to you that console us, especially the family directly affected. It should not grieve much because you have already said that you know us, you created us, and you take care of us. All this we ask in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Spirit.
Thank you very much. You may please be seated. As I recognize here, the seminar room is open for this event. Transmission is going on live in the seminar room also. If you don't have a space here to sit down, please kindly go sit in the seminar room. All the proceedings have been transmitted live. We're glad to have those of you who are online via Zoom and watching us on YouTube. Is the Asuri Nile Day of Tribute for Dr. Benan in the basic Okafor. And we will proceed in this day of tribute with a welcome brief from the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the National Horticultural Research Institute, Dr. N.L. Atonda. So.
Let's see that mentioned for any welcome address or welcome brief. Just to slide one. That's option. Except what I can see that we so that we see that today we have to get this one. Which one might be rest so and get this. Most importantly, the family that behind. Really a good job for this happening. That's happened. What we just have to take two lessons. What he has done by living. I think the last one that the chairman said when the family were in the office is that the last time we had a guy that was there, I think it was investor or somewhere there. They have for two things that yeah, it was able to bring in-house. God bless you guys, in-house. I was sitting there. Yeah, he has for two things. The first thing is that that threat part is not sufficient in the institute, and even people have to be sacrificing by turning their price down. Yes, that to be track part, food part, because earlier I think the discussion was had that people that go through the law should be punished and should be fined. And it stood up that if you have to find them, have you made eternity provision for them? And he took up the challenge that it had to be created. And I think within 1 week, we started the class. And I remember previously, he's in the position of the truth now, where I hold there of life. I called to say, Dr. Okafor, you normally see my friend, I say my friend. I said, come and sit. He went down to my safe place. I opened the window. I said, you see that room? He laughed. He said, you know, we have to meet. I said, yes, that's how we are doing it. I never knew that was the last time we were going to meet. I think precisely that's the 28th or 29th of January. I showed him the office, the road, and he laughed at life and he left. And one thing about him is that he got visits me in the office. Honestly, we say he puts an office office, not more than 3 years. So that's happened, We are here today. We paid the last respect to him. It's not that is not what is master matter to us most honestly. The aftermath of all these activities, I think Professor Gomez said, after this point, a series of activities will follow. That is not to be reflected for us. It is what left behind, both legacy, the physical, and probably unknown to us. That would be our sign. So that his mission over what he left behind be completed for a fruitful mission. So our employers, this is not the main thing. We are only here to do the need, but the need will be really needful will be after this specific and after this camp. So I'm not welcoming you here again, but we have to do this day today. So pray to Almighty God, rest his soul, perfect peace, and comfort the family and all the colleagues he left behind. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of NIOS, Dr. M.L. Atanga. At this point in time, just before we take the biography, we wanted to do this at the end, but we'd like to do it again now. We'd like to say, as we say condolences and welcome to NIOS, to the beloved wife, beloved sister, beloved members of the family, members of the church, members in the neighborhood. It's indeed a great loss for the deserving gain. And as we proceed in this day of tribute, some of the words that have been comfort to us have been the words that proceeded out of the mouth of the one we call here in NIOS, Igwe. Between the color. And I know the angels are very happy right now, hearing his deep voice resonating with them. We pray that the Lord will comfort you all, and comfort NIOS as a whole, and stop the hand of evil. In the name of Jesus. At this point in time, I'd like to call none other than the chairman of the Academic Staff Union of Research Institutions right here in NIOS, Dr. Semeton Amosun, to read the biography of Dr. Bernard Nwubisi Okafor. Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Almost task. To read the biography of Dr. So it's with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of Dr. Bernard Nwubisi Okafor, a distinguished agricultural scientist, devoted family man, and pillar of his community. Dr. Okafor passed away on March 3rd, 2024, at the hour of mercy, leaving behind a legacy of excellence and compassion. It was pardon me. Dr. Bernard Nwubisi Okafor was born on August 29, 1976. Happened to be born in the same month, the same year, just 9 days difference. I was born in Lagos, he was born at Nsukka in Enugu State, Nigeria. He began his educational journey at Township Primary School in Nsukka, and later attended Abadela Primary School in Ibadan.
where he demonstrated remarkable academic prowess. He continues his education at Methodist Grammar School, Georgia, before pursuing higher education at the prestigious University of Ibadan, where he had his BSc, MSc, and PhD degrees. Talking about his life in the faith, marriage, and family, he was born into the life of faith through the sacrament of baptism Leonard on the 5th of October 1976. Received Christ sacramentally on the 4th of February 1984 and was confirmed in the faith on the 27th of November 1988. Marriage and family. Dr. Okafor found profound joy in his marriage to Kamaka on the 19th of April 2008, marking the beginning of a godly partnership that enriched both their lives. This partnership was blessed with 3 amazing children, whom he devoted everything to in raising them up in the way of God. I said earlier, concerning his academic achievements, Dr. Okafor earned a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Agronomy, a Master of Science in Agronomy, Soil Science, and a PhD in Soil Science with a specialization in technology and soil mapping, land use evaluation, all from the University of Ibadan. He pursued additional training internationally, further enriching his expertise in agricultural sciences. Dr. Okafor's professional journey was marked by dedication and innovation. He served diligently in various capacities, notably at the National Horticultural Research Institute in Ibadan, where his contributions to soil science and horticulture remain invaluable. Bernard's extensive expertise in agriculture, particularly in agronomy, is complemented by a PhD in soil science, focusing on pedology, soil mapping, and land use evaluation. He further enhanced his skills with specialized training in remote sensing and digital image processing at the University of Utrecht, ITC, Netherlands. His honors saline stress and climate change at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Through his knowledge and dedication, Ben has made significant contributions to agricultural and environmental research. Talk about his community involvement and faith. Beyond his professional commitments, Dr. Okafor was deeply engaged in community and faith. He served as a religious instructor at Our Lady Seat of Wisdom Catholic Church, University of Ibadan, the Catholic Church of the Ascension, Bodija, Ibadan, and Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Lopeju, Ibadan. His involvement in various church ministries and organizations reflected his strong commitment to spiritual growth and community service. Dr. Bernard Okafor leaves behind a legacy of profound piety, faithfulness, doctrinal integrity, excellence, compassion, and selfless service to the church and society. His pioneering research, unwavering dedication to education and the faith and the family, coupled by his profound impact on agricultural practices, will continue to inspire generations to come. Dr. Bernard Okafor is survived by his aged mother, his devoted spouse, his loving children, his ever supportive siblings, and a host of relatives, colleagues in Nighthawk and outside Nighthawk, friends who cherish his presence and esteem his contributions. We can encounter tales of holy men, but in them, we were truly blessed to share our lives with him. In the midst of our sorrow, in the midst of our pain, in the midst of our anguish, we found solace in the memories we shared and the profound impact Dr. Bernard Okafor had on our lives. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
May his soul rest in eternal peace. May his soul rest in eternal peace. As you can hear me, amen. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you very much, Dr. Moson. Lord strengthen you more and more. I'd like to take the presentation on the life and times of our departed comrade, who loved his family. I'm sure if I call 10 people seated here and in the seminar room, they will be able to mention the names of all his children. Am I right? Because he will always talk about them. In fact, if you're a female and you happen to be talking with Dr. Bernard, I can assure you he's very close about that call. We have so much to learn from this very brave, yet most profoundly impactful life. Always smiling. And it is that smile, lovely wife, blessed children, as well. Ever beautiful and conscientious in service. Hairstyle, a very, very good work-life balance. Hardly will any event go that he will not make it a point of duty to be there. Here in Owo State, back here in Ibadan. Come rain or shine, they will always be there. Ever present, even in Oshogo. Ever smiling, always smiling. Ever smiling. Even if it is a surprise party, he is there to encourage. And then you have him. Now, I'd like to prepare some of us for this. Let's just hear his voice. Let's see his face.
Presently, the essence of this study is for us to get tomato pepper specific fertilizers. And what necessary is that we use generic fertilizers, all weather fertilizer if I may say, and that cannot give us good yield. Fertilizer should be specific to the crop and to the soil. Therefore, this study is aimed at producing that fertilizer that is specific to Nigerian soils and specific to tomato and pepper production in Nigeria. That is a clarification. Now, on the other side to your question, which is the best? Well, for now in Nigeria, we use NPK, and NPK is generic. As a matter of fact, in some cases, it's degrading the soils by acidifying it in some cases. And what we will advise will still be tomato-specific fertilizer for Nigeria. That will still be the best fertilizer. In the interim, farmers use all kinds of fertilizers. But we hope that the output of this research work will give us fertilizer, the type of fertilizer that the crop needs and that is suitable to our environment. Most of the time, the other option is to use what we call integrated soil fertility management, where you combine both organic, inorganic fertilizers, as the case may be. But whatever is to be done should be based on soil tests. You don't just dump fertilizers on the soil. When you do that, you create issues of public health concern. But with a good soil test, we'll be able to calculate and then do precision agriculture, giving the soil what it needs and the crop also what it needs. There is an emphasis here. Look at the first line that talks about night. And the reason I emphasize that, because from literature it's been found that 28 to 45% of total nutrient uptake by plants actually occurs in the night. This is according to Sasuda report 1990. And the pea is the most absorbed plant in the night. That is the second slide which I want us to take with. For everything that is speaking,
Let's
it's time to be born and it's time to die. In between, it's the 3 days to be. The glory of God and to the good of man. There was a time that somebody wrote a book on how to be God. On the day he was to launch the book, but then the answer was very straight. How life begins and ends is in the hands of the Almighty. The God we cannot see, the life He has given to us that makes us move around, we cannot see. So how it comes and His authority we cannot question. People need to try to question how do you begin to fight somebody you cannot see? God is almighty. The author of our conquered strength, King of our unconquerable empire, forever will just conquer. That is God is almighty. But if you borrow the words of St. Augustine of people who said, in our grief, let us not forget to thank God.
Who can finish that statement? It was intentional to cut it short there. In our grief, we should not forget to thank God for the gift of Bernard in the BC, Okafor, for sharing it with us. It was a great privilege. He's going to rest on that. Whatever it is, there is a point to be born. There is a point to go. The privilege we have to live. And so we thank God for the gift of Brother Bernard. To some, they will call him Father Bernard. To some, they will say, Omo Igbo don't go where you are. His words were rich and they resonate life. It's a day of tribute. And I know if I give chance, everybody would want to speak. But permit us, as Suriname is guiding today's proceedings and the tributes, we have representatives from Asuri National, from the church, from the neighborhood. And so we will take in this order. We will have tributes from 2 members of the NIOT IMC. That's why we have rushed these presentations on the line and times. They can be made available to anyone who responds. We are in good time. It's just 4:45, and we would like to end this so that no one works late in the night. 2 members from the IMC. He was a strong member in the Horticultural Society of Nigeria. We will give a representative from Hudson to give a tribute. And then from Great Azuri, from the national body. And then from the citrus program, his own base. And then from the church. It could be in a meeting and he will tell you, I have a class to teach. And some words that were spoken, perhaps in confidence, perhaps it might be shared. Even the last act was in service to his maker. Telling you the man of piety and one who is devoted. And then we will have the neighborhood. And then we will have representative from SSA, from NASU, and then Asumi Expos. Lastly, from the family. So, 2 members from the NIOT Internal Management Committee. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It's a day of tribute.
Say, Dr. Bernard, all of the people are very good, fearless. Was somebody who can command, even the EDs. Command his colleague, command everybody. He was very good. And one thing about him again, even as the chairman or president of ASURI, when you give him official duty, he will do it. And he will do it very well. He doesn't joke with his official work, with his position as the president of ASURI. And another thing about him was as one way of being funny, especially when he was speaking Yoruba. Every time, me, one way or the other, he will make jokes with proverbs that even some of us that are born and bred in Yoruba will be wondering, how did this man got to know all these things? 2 weeks ago, as we are driving past the old farm, I was telling my driver, it was, this year I won't say Bernard. I said, Dr. Okafor. I asked him, are you sure Dr. Okafor not only? He said, no. He said he saw him early this year. I said, very unlikely. There's no way. I won't say moving around or hearing a voice. But now I said, I told my driver, I said, look, I'm not comfortable. I haven't seen him. It was after he died, he was telling me that he saw him at the complex and he told him that I asked of him. And he replied that he was okay. I said, very unlikely. I said, because no way. When he heard that talk, he would jokingly come to the office and say, how are you, madam? I'm okay and everything. And for him sending the driver, I say, I didn't know. The other thing was, I've never had something like that before. That people would be saying, is it true? Is it yet? By the time I was coming to the office that day, the atmosphere was tense.
was terrible. Even right as I was coming down, I wanted to go back. But what's going on? I was asking people, I mean, and by the time I got to the office, my secretary and everything were saying they have something they are not sure. I said, what was it? They said they have something they are not sure. Tell me the thing now. He said they don't lie about it. And they told me they need to find out. I said, look, at that point, I knew it has happened. But what we are saying, this man really served very well. The little time we had with him, he was very impactful as a man. Honestly, what he was doing was more than his age. And I keep on asking, by the time I knew his age, I said, I mean, the level of controlling people, of commanding and doing his work. Another thing, let me stop here. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me see. From Africa or Yoruba culture to attend program of somebody that we have done. As a matter of fact, I have to say something inside the heart. Go back and listen. I will focus and please I have to speak concerning the land. The land shortly stayed in farming system. Then you will transfer to citrus program. When I will end of the program, he was very good, intelligent, and courageous. Well, for this past 2 months, they have been very close, very close. Concerning the project with the application of citrus orchard. We were having some challenges and we were able to solve some of the challenges we were having. To show how effective it was. There was a plan shown in 2006. The members were saying it was a new map, but somebody that has eagle's eyes just said, written, reproduced in 2006. That this was what we knew, and that gave us a leeway concerning what we were searching for. Well, on the 29th of February, we held the last meeting within to show how intelligence and how good it was. The new map drum, we were having challenges concerning what should be the future. But people just said, somebody has drawn it. But some people have to certify it because as every one of us here has to give us, they will be able to say, who are those people that have drawn this map? It just gave us the leadway. Then, as its characteristics, when we wanted to finish the meeting, just said, what about 90%? Then we agreed for 7 after the meeting was going to end. But he just said it will be at the next meeting, which never was. It should have been last week, but because of the event. Well, the application for every one of us, we have the time to do it. But what should be our legacy? What should people be remembering us for? People know that I did not people know that he was, I was even thinking that he was older than what for us. But he was very impactful to his generation. But to the family, I know it's only God that can comfort you, and God will comfort you. To the family,
Bernard has all his own parts. What do we keep remembering for? I want us to take a clue. You know, what without just said, life is a gift, and everybody has his own course. He has taken his own course, and very well. Let me just say very well. Let me just say, you go to school, because my thing is now. Mother, take heart. God will take care of you. You know, Bernard, Bernard was very religious. There are so many times you to travel, you will find a Catholic place to worship. So dedicated to his faith. I believe God has taken him, nobody to question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I'd like to invite a representative of the Horticultural Society of Nigeria, OTSI, the person of the Vice President, Dr. Abdulrafi. You're welcome, sir.
Next week, and speak with the family and the entire staff and all of us. It's a very devastating shock to us, especially the toxic family. I need to say that Dr. Okafor was the immediate past Assistant Secretary of the Horticultural Society of Nigeria. He would have been elected into another position because within the OTSI and so we felt that we needed somebody like him to really keep the council more vibrant. But unfortunately, like he said, when the election was about to fall, that he wouldn't like to leave the bad precedents behind. Because people came and said that Okafor contest in absentia. But something happened at home. He had to leave the conference. He was even planning to attend Dr. Chikaliki's final burial rites, not knowing that he would not be able to make that. Happened at home to Mama. He had to leave the conference and come back to Ibadan. So that was why he sacrificed that position and then felt that there will be another time for him to come back to us. Personally, Okafor is somebody very close to me because we're both late night, let me say late evening workers. When we go around the institute in the morning, around the field, attending to people here and there, then we sit back in the office from 4 o'clock, start reading. We want to write, we write. We leave there sometimes 7, 8. And then I initially thought because it was mobile. When it was not mobile, I felt that this man is going beyond this level. Because we tell you, don't worry, I will jump from here, jump there, and we do his work. We tell you there are the 24 hours that we have in a day. It's not enough. And like was said earlier, that Okafor being president of ASUD, he never at any point in time left his work undone. In fact, he will do more than anybody. Because he will tell you that when you come to a Suri meeting, you will not go and beg on behalf of anybody for negligence of duty. And the council, again, we come back to OTSI. We all know, those of us that used to attend the conference, there was never, I don't think there has been any AGM where Okafor will not raise his voice. He will speak his mind, whether in favor or against, whether the person is somebody close to him or not. We'll fight it at the AGM, but it will not make any enmity out of that. They will come back behind and tell you that, well, we have sorted that one in the public. Let's continue with our friendship. But we have to tell ourselves the bitter truth. So, in the Hudson Council, I've been asked to make some few comments on behalf of the council, and I want to read from my phone here. What may not suffice to express the heartfelt sorrow that Hudson, Social Society of Nigeria, still passing on of people. You know that we have replaced the loss of life. Life goes on. We have to live with those we love. Pray to God, grant the family the fortitude and comfort them to bear the loss. May so rest in peace.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. At this point, I'd like to invite Asuri. But then, no, he would always say, my toothbrush is in my bag. You can pick me up anytime. And the first thing that will come to my mind is, when are children come? Said they have got time. And he said, you think we don't know that SSS can come at any time and carry you? And that's why we are grateful to you, ma'am, and the family, the church, for sharing your son, your husband, your brother, your father, with us in Nayot, in Hudson, in Asuri. Times he would go for zonal meetings, national meetings, but it is well. Permit me now to invite the representative from the Academic Staff Union of Research Institutions, the national body, for his speech, and then other Asuri bodies here will take their speech after. You're welcome.
It is well, it is well with our soul. It is well, it is well, when peace like a river, when sorrows like sea below, no one, Lord, thou art us to say, it is well, it is well with. I bring greetings from the national body. My name is Comrade Oluwadimika. I was here during the election. When he was handing over, I was the one that conducted the election. And I'm not standing here alone. I have my comrade from NAGRA. Please permit me to also introduce to you Comrade Kasali Hassan and his executive joining us. I know most of us saw the tribute of the late Albert Wicker and what Governor said. Why do we need to appreciate people and celebrate people when they die?
very small boy. I remember I said it the last time I came. But I thank God for the wisdom and some words that come out of my mind when I stand in front of great people. I don't know if it's because I'm standing in front of great people that those great words come out of my mouth. Why do we wait for people to die to celebrate them? I wish when this man was alive, that was when we gather here to celebrate him and tell him sweet words like this. Do you know what sweet words these people? When you encourage people, do you know what it is? When you tell your spouse, I love you, do you know how far that can go? When somebody is trying for you, somebody is there for you, it's not fighting for only himself, it's fighting for everybody. Do you know you just tell them, we love you, you are doing fine. Do you know how far that can go? Do you know we get the same salary and as a senior school, we don't even have extra. We don't have extra. I don't know, maybe your chairman have extra thing. But I'll stand here and I say, he has lived his life. He has come to rest. Let's check ourselves. I was with him in Abuja, and he told me, anywhere I see me, call me, Benga, I know you can talk. I know when we are doing neck. When I'm talking, only you go stand, you go support me. Others go hide head. What if they happen for this Asuli? I don't like him. It does not like injustice. You might not like him, he doesn't care. He stands for the truth. And he can go any length for the truth. And he was telling me, he will resign. I said, okay, when he was alive, I just see. I know I am small, but here is this Azumi. You will be the next national president. That was my words to him then. I started campaigning for him on a low key. And when I came here, he told me a lot of things. Let me just leave those things. He said, I'm going to resign, I'm tired, I'm this. I said, it's okay, I understand. It's fine. But you know what? I am still telling you, you are going to the national. We need people like you there. When I heard about his death, I felt so bad. But at the same time, I have joy in my heart because what? He has paid his dues. He has paid his dues. And to all doctors, comrades, mommies, daddies, uncles, aunties, they're seated. I ask again, why do we need to wait for people to die to celebrate them? Why do we need for people to die to appreciate them? On behalf of the National Secretary, Comrade Benga, I want to sincerely send my condolences to the family and tell you to be strong. All of us might die. Now the time we will die, and I will know. Yoruba will say, and then, so what's going to speak for all of us when we die is our good works. Thank you very much, God bless you.
Thank you very much. Now I'd like representatives of Asuri Free to please come for their tribute. After I'd like Asuri Nagra to be ready, and then Asuri Biodec.
My name is Comrade Dr. I'm not paying assessment. I'm also an associate professor of food product technology. I'm here on behalf of my executives and the family, the sister institute here. When we heard the names, it was unbelievable to us. Because I just couldn't believe it.
My executive member couldn't believe it because we all looked at it that how could a good research scientist just left like that? Well, we discussed, and some out of us was even saying, can we even, as a scientist, look for a drug that is going to prevent death? We are just saying, is it possible? Talking like that. Not at all. But let me tell you one thing about Dr. Bernard Okafor. When I met him, immediately I emulated something from him. I started using it at home. Yes, he was a fearless comrade to the God. He shared a news with me how the DSS was portraying them during the time of foreign struggle. That is during the time of Badijan school. He said, Dr. Okafor, how come you are being pursued? He said, yes, you will always be a family. I need justice to one as I need justice to one. The last time I met him again, it was during a period of the national strike. And I came in and discussed with him. He said, Doctor, I know you're doing it. He said, this is what I want you to just add to your comradeship today. Always make sure you fight for the scientists. He said, my people are here working. They've collected grants. Do you want them to be blacklisted? It's not possible. I said, okay, let's draw how we can do it so that the research scientists will not be affected. I went back to Frank. During that national strike, I have to instruct my members and the executive that all research scientists that are having a special project, we have to develop a model for them that all their projects must not die. A research scientist to the core, he always think about his people. Always think about research scientists. He said, they are my people. Let me say on behalf of the Fred family, please do accept our comment. We are so sorry that this thing is coming to our comment. The comrade that we so much love. He has done it. He has been impactful into our life. That's also spread love to us at Friend. And we in Friend will always remember him for being a very good comrade. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank those of you who are following online. Ruminating, we will not realize that you are saying Theodora Lakina, Udru Emmanuel, Olanda Bebe, Mrs. Omodolu, Mrs. Benante Okafor. As many, we have 46 on Zoom at the moment, and I can't view YouTube at the moment. Also, we are streaming live. We'd like to say a thank you for being with us at this time. It's very kind of you. We really appreciate it. Right now, Asuri Nagra, representative from Asuri Nagra, the representative from Biotech should please prepare from a partner.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Engineer Timothy Alpha from Nagra. I'm Vice President Asuri Nagra. Yeah, my encounter with Dr. Bernard Okafor came not as a result of me being a member of Asuri, As a matter of fact, I was on my way with my head of department, Dr. John Atwebi. We're on our way to IITA for a function. So he said we should branch at NIHOD to see Dr. Okafor. So when we met him, we had issue with a paper we were writing. So we met him, he discussed with us and gave us some contacts that would be easier for us to complete the paper. My brief encounter with him, he was so accommodating. In spite of his tight schedule, he was able to listen to us, discuss with us, because when we came to his office, he was so busy. Yet he had time to discuss with us. I feel his death is not only a great loss for NIHOD, for the family, but I feel it's a great loss for Nigeria and beyond. On behalf of NAGRA, I want to say, may the family accept our condolences. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Asuri Biodec. Okay. The sister institute also, and not too far from us. Asuri Crane, let's quickly come up for a tribute. You're welcome. Okafor will say they are next door neighbor. I believe Queen is very near to now. Abi? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. When you look at sometimes you look at life, and it is so short and unpredictable. I was here last year, but some of you will remember when Dr. Bernard Okafor was handing over as the chairman of Asuri here. I was there. I was representing the national with my brother here, and Dr. Ben was everywhere. It was energetic. It was vibrant. As a matter of fact, without mighty words, Dr. Ben Okafor is one of the finest unionists that I've known. And I can tell you here, you might not know his importance there. I first met Dr. Ben when we were doing masters together in UR at agronomy department in 2002, 2003, thereabouts. He was so outspoken, and of course, he was not part of the executive, but you could see his contribution everywhere. Then, I was already working with Green then. Dr. Ben, you cannot just go to him, you cannot get close to him and not gain from him. He was very intelligent, sincerely speaking. When I now got the information that he got a job here, I was so happy. The future was so bright. Very, very bright. And eventually, when I became the Asuri chairman, we started meeting in Abuja. I will tell you here, Dr. Ben Okafor, anywhere he was, people knew him. You see, at the national level, I can't say there's anybody who is attending next meeting that did not know Dr. Ben. I could remember there was a time a splitter group, Fasuri,
came up in 2019. And then, you see, because they knew him, they identified him. They had their own plan, but they needed somebody who would give them the wherewithal, the intelligent, advice. So they coerced into their side. But when we got to the meeting, because you see, they were even thinking of giving him a post, but to let you know the kind of person Dr. Ben was. With all those things, eventually when we got to the meeting, we did the meeting that raw material, in Abuja that time, raw material research institute there. He used every effort to settle the case. I'm telling you, because those people were boiling. They wanted to, in fact, I think they have written a lot of letters. So, Dr. Ben did not, it was when the night came to the open, they didn't know his plan. He would tell them, calm down. Let's hear from the other side too. Calm down. I'm telling you. And that was it. And that was how he settled the whole thing. And that was how everybody knew him. Dr. Ben, you see, if he wants to speak, they will say, don't speak, don't talk yet. Because they know that when he talks, that's the final. I'm telling you, he was so intelligent. And I could also remember, anytime I'm telling you, it's no more here today. But God is the Spirit is there. And I cannot tell you lies. I was telling some of my colleagues, I said, Dr. Ben is going to be the next PIC of us. Because we will see him. Honestly speaking, in fact, sincerely speaking, and I was looking for a day, was going to be named as the Hindi of one of the greatest research institutions in Nigeria. He had everything. He had everything. But how? How? As I was just coming here today, I was emotional. Because the last time I came here, Dr. Ben was my personal friend. He was a very great colleague. I benefited a lot from him. And I think I will greatly miss him. I will miss him. Please, there's nothing we can do. Up to today, I'm still shocked that Ben Okafor is no more. But it tells you one thing, you that is sitting down here, that a day is coming when you and I will become history. Dr. Ben, born 1976, you could have, if you want to project how long you will stay, with all the energy, with everything, you will say, Ben will spend nothing less than 100 years. But there you are today. Please, let us think about the Bible. I'm a Christian. I want to use the Bible. He said it's better to go to the house of mourning than to the house where they celebrate. Because that one will teach us that one day we are going to be like Ben. I just pray that God will give the family the fortitude to bear this loss. I pray that God will hold the family. I don't know his wife, but I heard that his wife, he just got married not quite long. God, no, we have, but may his soul rest in perfect peace. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Citrus program. Thank you to all in the seminar room. Thank you to all watching via YouTube. Thank you to those of us on Zoom.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well,
The task before me is a big one. I wouldn't have loved to do this, but I consulted my constituency and I could see that nobody and this. And we have to do this for our dear friend, Dr. Bernard Okafor. In my official relationship with him, I call him Dr. Ben, Dr. Okafor. But as a friend, I'll say Ben. Oh, I don't even know where to start. The journey started about over 14 years ago when we were newly recruited into NIHOT, and some of us were posted to Citrus research program. We all welcomed us, including Ben. What do I want to say about Ben that others have not said? Ben is family man to the core. He's a friend to my family. We share bond beyond our office. Ben is the only man that can call any of our female researchers a friend. Even if your husband is there, there's nothing he could do about it. You know, at times when he put a call through and I put my phone in speaker and you just say, "Hello, dear friend," my husband will just smile that is there. Yes. Even in the Citrus, we've not been to his house severally, but we know everything about that family. He's a family man to the core. He's a lover of his family, the wife, the children, even the parents, the siblings. We all know their names, even despite that we have never met them once. And talking about faith, Ben is somebody that there was a time we traveled together. I led that team. So we were supposed to sleep at Forest. But when we got to Asaba, I told the driver that we can't go any further. This is 6:30 p.m. We have to find a place to sleep at Asaba. So we all checked into our hotel rooms, and we all agreed that when it's social time, we should all come out so that we can go and look for dinner. And when we all came out, Dr. Berube was at the lobby at the reception. I was there. We couldn't find Ben. Where is Ben? We call his line. We call his room. The line was not going through. Maybe the phone had died or something. The room, nobody was speaking, so we were worried. Only for us, after some minutes, we just saw Ben coming. Where are you coming from? Just smile. I went to look around for Catholic Church, where I will worship tomorrow. Think for Mass, to know the kind of person Ben, was. Still find it difficult to use the word was for Ben, honestly. Then on Thursday, before he died on Monday, Thursday, we're not meant to that Monday. We're together with Dr. Lanion. Was even the one complaining that this meeting is getting too long. Ben, he doesn't hide his feelings. And this and that, we're just calming him down that we have to finish this meeting, we have to do this, we have to do that. Then on Monday, let me quickly say this story. Ben is somebody that doesn't have a projects. Yes. Something happened in one of our meetings, in Citrus, we fight, we do a lot, but we still love each other dearly. So I was just giving Ben gratitude because this is something that I didn't like. I share with Dr. Ibe. And Ben just came to my office that afternoon. Dear friend, do you have anything to chop? I was just giving him attitude and not knowing that he didn't even know that I was even giving him attitude. I went to his office and said, "No, I gave you this, but I'm angry." And he said, "Hey, about what?" I said, "But you know that I was using my nose to answer you when you came." He said, "You use your nose?" I didn't even notice that. I was like, "Oh, so I'll be fighting myself all this while." So this guy is a gem. Ben is a legend. Then is, I don't know, I can go on and on and on. But before I drop this mic, please permit me to say this. I want to digress a little. I told myself that I'm not going to cry, that God should help me so that I can talk. Yes. As we all seated here, we always look for what to gain from bed. We always run to bed for one thing or the other. We always run to bed for solution, but we never pay close attention to Ben. We forgot the fact that Ben was human, that he has his own inner struggle and his own inner, he has a lot of things to contend with. I said this because we need to look after each other. When there is problem, we always run to him. And because of the kind of person Ben was, Ben will leave his own things and will make sure that he get things sorted for each and every one of us. I said this because a few weeks ago, we were just gisting. And the kind of person Ben was, Ben can trivialize things. Even when Ben is paying, Ben will not want you to know that he's paying. He will be giving you the impression that everything is fine. So that you will not, I don't know. So say some things which, and when I wanted to prove further, he trivialized it, that you will be fine, everything. It's not something too personal anyway. It is about his work, that he has a lot to do, a lot of deadlines, a lot of uncompleted assignments, that, this and that. I said, but you have to share this thing. You have to believe that he has energy. He can do it. He's capable. So what I want to say is, let's look out. Let's look after each other. Let's grow further. Don't let us assume that everything is fine. It might be a little kindness that the person needs that will get the person back to the track. Ben walks in the last minute of his life. We were in that meeting throughout that day. I was not in the office the following day. He was there, and Atlanta the following day, Ben also was in another meeting throughout that day. Ben, I want to say to the family, I was telling Mrs. Okafor the other time that Ben had sowed some seed that even the generation of born we hit from. He has sown seed into the lives of people in kindness. And I know the children will not suffer. The Lord will take care of them. Even where the father will not reach, he will go farther. By the grace of God. Accept our condolences. This is from Citrus Research.
Thank you, ma'am. So before I call the judge, from Dr. Lido Adelide, Dr. Ben Okafor was a rare gem. His kind was not common. Bold, vibrant, humorous. Such fun to be around. One thing that stood out about him for me is that, they carry women. They will face you and ask to hear your own side. And he will not hesitate to give you a piece of his mind, whether you want to hear it or not. He was at the forefront of all our paths. They will definitely miss him, rest on friend and colleague. And from Akintola, Dr. Ben will be sorely missed. May his soul rest in peace. Please come in, have a representative from the church. I'd like a representative from the neighborhood to get ready. We have someone from the neighborhood to speak after.
Good afternoon. Engineer Isaac, in fact, Pastoral Council of this parish. I'm the chairman of Parish Pastoral Council. Secretary at Parish Church.
But I'm here to talk on behalf of the church. I happen to be his friend. We call ourselves twins. He was born on 29th of August. I was born on 30th of August, a day after him. We used to celebrate our birthday together. We do things in common. We have something to celebrate. We will always have something to celebrate together. This afternoon, as I was entering the house, I saw his smiling face. And I said to myself, Esther, as he used to call me, I said, you have to move on. Because that is what Ben will have told you. I had anything to do, even with my ex, where I said girlfriend. He was the one who was girlfriend to life. Anyone in our church, they are girlfriend. His wife is my girlfriend. My wife was his girlfriend. I said, girlfriend, how are you? I'm fine. I said, oh, you have to be fine henceforth. So let's get over this. Well, he's a church man and he's a devoted Catholic. I was born into a Catholic family, but I met a friend who was more devoted than me. And he said, we can go on together. In the parish, Dr. Ben Okafor was one of the pillars of the church. No doubt about that. The whole community will surely miss him. It is the only God that is indispensable. But I'm not sure someone else can feel his father. I'm not sure. His life, his death has changed some of my ways. Because I said to myself, if Ben will die like this, I will be necessary. Then every other thing that I've not doing, I have to start doing them. Just to gain that eternity. I'm quite sure Ben is there. Ben is there. No doubt about that. I think he paid all his due to make sure that he gained that eternity. He will always work for God. And he has incorporated that thing in family. I was pained because he died on a day that I did not speak with him. It's unusual for both of us. Because it's a family man, he has to take care of the grandma who's sick. So we attend the morning mass. To come back after the 9 a.m. mass to come and teach catechism. And he will always teach his catechism in front of my seat. As a particular place I used to sit in the church. On that fateful day, because I will have to attend to two after mass. So I was praying on the playground and he was there, ready for his catechism class. Unknown to me, I didn't know he was talking to my friend that see your guy, Oli, because I was praying. Unfortunately, my mom was waiting for me. Immediately I left the place. That my friend just dragged me out that Grandma is waiting for the outside. I couldn't greet him. After the catechism, he came for the CMO meeting. We were there. He used to sit in the front because he was the first president. I used to sit at the back because I like to canter them. As a friend, he will always go where people do not like to go. And I will always canter him at meeting. The only conversation between myself and Dr. Ben was that I met them discussing about the priests. And he said, it's like I will let them know where they are going wrong and do. So and so I like, yeah, you are saying it. So, and I stood up, I said, no, Dr. Ben shouldn't have said that. Because we're not at the meeting. Maybe if you are meeting, you have to answer. I asked some questions, and these people will have answered you, or they told you why you took that decision. And it's usual of myself and Dr. Ben, who always disagree at meeting. But immediately after the meeting, we embrace ourselves. My guy, let's discuss our personal matter. That fateful day, my wife was not in church. My daughter was at my back, and the guy that died in the afternoon. I don't sit in the car. And immediately, he was the one who did the closing prayer. And what was the closing prayer? May the divine assistant always remain with us. And we all answered. And the source of all the faith departed, the mercy of God. We didn't know we were praying for. So immediately after that prayer, I entered into my car and I drove off. I couldn't wait to meet my friend. 3 hours later, I was called from him and the elderly person said, yes, I said, let me have to. I thought he wanted to discuss the meeting. So I want to discuss today's meeting. He said, where? I said, come to church now. Ben is there. I said, which Ben? He said, Ben Okafor. You have to get the elder so that we can disclose this meeting. It was the grace of God that I drove all the way from Monia to the church on that day. But a family man, a God-fearing person, if we have the likes of Dr. Ben Okafor, Nigeria will be great. Nigeria will be great. We'll miss him, and I will say, pray that God will give grant each and every one of us, because we are all paid. We grant us the positive to get us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Lucy. Like necessary representative to please get ready. Now find the national representative.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Lucy Delina Obi. I'm a lecturer at CPO, University of Ibadan. I worship at the Church of Ascension, one of the 3 parishes where Dr. Okafor served God faithfully. Dr. Okafor is the coordinator of the catechism. I say is because he didn't hand over. Dr. Okafor is the coordinator of the catechism at the Church of Ascension, Bodija, since the group was put together decades ago. I served as the secretary of this group until my son took ill and someone else was appointed. He carried out this apostolate of teaching people about God, even when it was tough. Teaching catechism for Catholics here will understand that it takes time, it takes talents, and it takes treasure. And our reward is literally in heaven. But he did it anyway, and he always did it with a smile. And evidence of his honest commitment is the life we see in his family. His wife and children supported him and joined him in his work in the church. He lived his faith. He passed on the faith, and he lived unity of life. In his example, we see the continual struggle to balance his relationship with God, his relationship with his family members, his relationship at work, and his relationship with friends. On the day he died, that Sunday, we had scheduled exams in the church for the catechumens.
This exam was supposed to hold a week earlier, but Dr. Okafor insisted that we needed to change the way the exam was conducted. He said these children should not kneel down to write exam. In their schools, they have chairs. So let's organize this exam in the same way they take this exam in school. Tables, chairs, very conducive environment so that we can write this exam. For this reason, the exam was moved by 1 week. He didn't get to see this exam. We pray for his soul. We are blessed to know him. We are blessed to have learned so much from him. We learned to be diligent in our work. We learned to be consistent, whether in the church, in our work, in our families, to be consistent, to be the same person. That's who Dr. Okafor was. We pray for his soul and we celebrate his life. That's what we are doing here. We're celebrating the life of a good man. We believe in the resurrection. That's why we say that in death, life is changed, not ended. So we are hopeful that we will definitely meet again. I pray that this is my first entrance to NIHOT, and I pray that our next meeting will be in more pleasant circumstances. Thank you.
Really appreciate. SSA, we have representative. While it's coming, I'd like to read this from Dr. Idowu Akida. Condolences to the family and NIHOT as a family. Adieu, Dr. Bernard Okafor. This is from Dr. Oye Adebayo. And the Lord comfort his immediate family and NIHOT family in Jesus' name. This one, I occasionally want to read it. This is from Dr. Uju Emmanuel. I have some unfinished research with Dr. Okafor. All the data I am using for my research here in the United States is from him. He was so selfless and always ready to see someone succeed. May he so rest in peace. SS.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Adibusuyadeba. I'm the Vice Chairman of SSC. My chairman mandated me, asked me to come here to on behalf of the executive and the senior staff members here in the government. I happen to be in citrus program as well. Dr. Ben Okafor, on Sunday, I was in morning mass on Sunday. So just a few minutes before we received the communion, something just spoke to me that Dr. Ben Martin here. Because I find it difficult to use words for him. I find it difficult. Many years back, we have a kind of a misunderstanding with him based on this attendance. I was in the training and Dr. told me. So I now came back from the training. So and I said that, Doctor, this attendance, I will need to take it. Nobody will sign it. Since some people need to sign. I need it. So I shall, we have a misunderstanding. So later, after 3 days, he came to the citrus pro and not my guy, you don't need that now. We can't be together now. Why now? You don't need that. My guy, together. And he wrote me. You know, I was wondering what kind of man is this? Why? I don't have anything to do. You know me when I spoke like that, tough. So, and then there's a time we have a joint meeting, union with the executive, the IFC, 4 or 5 years ago. So they barricade that place. He said it, they barricade that place with the barbed wire. So, and some staff were warned in passing the law. And in that meeting, great time of Mr. Olabi, former teacher. So Dr. Ben was saying that, oh, sir, you can't tolerate this. How do you expect somebody coming from home, taking long distance before he gets to his office? It's not done, sir. It's not done. So I'm very happy that he achieved. Because Dr. E said it now, that the walkway is now, and people are passing it now. It's an achiever. He's a solution provider. I know many staff here, I will not mention names, that they quickly run to him. Okay, no take me say, if I want to this one, my mobile phone, the problem say, relax. A no no no, how much is the money? Okay, don't worry. Let's do it like all day. You know how now we share it. Many people do run to him. That was the time we are about to share table, and I went to his office. Dr. Ben, how far now? And my guy, no, I know the table now. See my table. See, I know the table, see. And you see that table, it's nearly detached. So then you see the table now. You see the table. And you see the load on the table, you know, it's very low. Yeah. So being operating Dr. Shika, they say, my German, let them distribute the table, don't worry. So that now touched me that I, as a senior technologist in Citrus, need to, but the Project Academy Center, Jama, you to collect us. A minimum need the table. Think of him when Dr. Okafor leaves. And with this table, a mid pass, HOP, Dr. Shika, me too, I don't need table again. So we will miss him. And I want us to understand, to learn from this. If you are doing good, do it well. If you are doing bad, do it very, very well. I purposely put very, do it well. If you are the kind of person backbiting, gossiping, do it very, very well. May the soul of the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, national representative. Now the national rep comes forward, the Yoruba aspect of what you just said. I will Dr. Okafor say it. Oh yeah, my dear. Let the bar receive.
My name is Ukaya Abide. I'm here to represent Nasu Union to also contribute our tribute to current Dr. Ben Okafor. On Monday, I was heading to the pineapple orchard to water the place usual. As we were going, I and the person we were going together, there was nothing. And to attend a meeting. Very close to the place, I saw one of my colleagues calling me. The line was. I haven't thought to be something that's not. I tell my door closed. And I was told that Dr. Ben Okafor is there. I didn't know what happened to me. I just saw myself running. I was just running towards the citrus orchard. I was just running. People ran after me. And then I didn't know what was happening. And the next thing was I was crying. But why I was crying was on Friday we were at a meeting together. And in that meeting, we talked, we laughed, we bantered. And after the meeting, we also met as usual to talk and laugh and banter. So I put this together to reach from my phone. Short tribute to Dr. Which says, what do I say? Dr. Bennett How do I express this unexpected departure of yours? What a leader. What a fighter. What a man. A man of honor, full of that. Remembering the words on that fateful Friday meeting before your departure. The word that you said, at some point you were making a point and you mentioned the oracle. The word oracle and the phrases of the words you made kept on coming to mind. But no one can explain. You always made your points known. You spoke your mind without wavering. You were truly a fighter. Calling you a voice is not an understatement. Coming here, sir, you were very bold, courageous, and sharp-minded. You passed through surface earth. You made your mark. You passed through Nile. You made your mark. You led people of great minds. You made your mark. Your gesture amongst staff is also one of the marks you made, dear Commissioner. You are brave and gifted. We laughed, we bantered, and yet we laughed again. We laughed, we talked, and then we laughed again. You are indeed full of life. Once again, I say. My prayer is that God will continue to carry and care for the family and all that you left behind. Keep going, sir. I respect and honor you today. Adieu, Comrade Okafor. Adieu, Dr. Bernard, who miss your cover. So I round up with a song that says, Ile ayé fúngbà díẹ̀ ni.
Definitely, you're from the school, and I graduated from Bernard Okafor's Congress School. Because that was one of the songs also that he was singing. As we begin the ending of this day of tribute, we just have the Asuri executives to speak, and we'll call, and then the member of the family, and then we'll make the full announcement of the funeral arrangements, and we bring this day of tribute to a close. We'd like to say thank you for your time so far. But I'd also like to read from those who are watching us on Zoom. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you. For those of you in this seminar, we really appreciate, and those of you watching via YouTube. This is from Iredele Ogunbayo Pila. And it says, Bernardino, my friend, brother, classmate, and counselor, you have fought a good fight and have returned home to receive your crown. May all your soul and the souls of all the faithful and departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. This is from Ibifubara Ayaobu Uki, Dr. Okafor. I'm lost for words. Your demise is a blow to the Asuri family. You were a dogged fighter. May your soul rest in peace. This is from Elias Eze. My relationship with Dr. Ben and the Okafor's family dates back to my undergraduate days in UI. The family absorbed me as one of them. Wow, really? Said Dr. Ben traveled from Ibadan to Abuja to visit me during my IT in FCDA. He traveled from Ibadan to Nsukka to attend my wedding. Dr. Ben was truthful, respectful, humorous, and social. I have no doubt Dr. Bernard lived a righteous life. May God bless his soul and accept him in his kingdom. I'd like to invite Ope, please, on behalf of the Asuri Escorts, as we bring this day of tribute to a close.
Good afternoon, everyone. Permit me to start this tribute with a word from our late brother, Dr. Ben Okafor. He said, even in our grieving moments, we should always stay good. Dr. Bernard, to one, was a husband, to some, a father, to some, colleagues, to some, was a mentor, to some, he was a role model, to some, he was a beacon of hope, and to some, it was so much more. It was so much more. Dr. Bernard was someone that encouraged someone like me to come on board to join the union. That was over 6 years ago, thereabouts. And ever since then, he has marveled me, and not only me, a lot of us, with his proverbial prowess. There is no time we come to a meeting that Dr. Bernard will not break protocol by giving you strong proverbs that you wonder that, and he will interpret it and he will always come smiling. Dr. Bernard was someone that everywhere he went, he left a fruitful path that can never be cleared up in space of time. He left a mark in part of every person that ever came his way. He's someone that will be remembered for a lot of things. He's someone that will be remembered for his strength. Dr. Bernard, throughout the years I worked with him, I never saw him sad. So I always run to him and say, how is it? Come and teach me now. I say, okay, my friend, my guy, don't worry. You know, someone that when you are at a fix you run to, he will never turn you down. Never. He will put aside his own, carry your own on your head. I say, my guy, let's do this one first. And you know, it's someone that his legacy will forever be remembered. He left footprints in many things, not only in our lives. He left legacies that we always see and point out. In the Asuri, I remember when I came on board, it was one that was mentioned about Dr. Akitomo. He mentioned it so much that Dr. Akitomo that we never knew. We asked, like, who is this person that Dr. Bernard was so much interested in about his legacy? And we started a building for Dr. Akitomo, not even knowing that we will not witness the completion of it. Dr. Bernard, I won't cry today, I've done that in the past. You always say something, you can never beat a child and not ask the child to cry. You can't beat him and not allow him to cry. Death has beaten us, yes. But one thing is this, death did not win. Because Dr. Bernard is someone that the vacuum left. Well, he will forever be remembered, he will forever be missed. His lovely counsel is next to none. Dr. Bernard will never fight you and keep bodies with you like many have said. He might disagree with you in the open, but he'll tell you, my guy, we must tell ourselves the truth. Even back there, he say, see, this meeting, why can't we tell ourselves the truth face to face? You know, he will always be remembered. I thank God for his life, and I thank God for the opportunity to have known him. It's a pity for those who never knew Dr. Bernard. For those of us that knew him, that knew his life, it is a rare privilege. Well, on behalf of the Lions Executive, Asuri Executive, Dr. Bernard will always be missed, but never will be forgotten. Thank you very much. And to the family, I pray the Lord will uphold you. He will strengthen you. To every one of us, the Lord will give us the strength to sail these trying times. A lot of us have been having sleepless nights. I woke up 2 o'clock and the memories.
Thank you, Naila Suri Express. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your time this morning. Right now, I'd like a member of the family to please give some few words.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know what to say. I would just, on behalf of the family, say a big thank you to you for organizing this thing for my brother. And I think you said everything about him. I'll just say that he was a good man, a good man. And for that, I thank God for having the privilege side. But I know he's in heaven. He's smiling at us and he's praying for us. And that's really the most important. Those things that we couldn't achieve here, or those changes that we wanted to make and we couldn't, is with God. And I think that's the best place to be. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Very much. On behalf of your family, thank you very much. Just before we have the vote of thanks, I'd like to get ready for the vote of thanks while I read this. Dr. Dimoye will come on for the vote of thanks as the Vice Chairman of our Suriname branch. Please, you can come forward, sir, for the vote of thanks. This is from Uchuku Aniburu. I remember our days in UI, NFCS, and Seat of Wisdom. I used to teach my daughter catechism. So, okay. This was a good shot. May God rest your soul and grant your family rest. From Olumide Denton. There's another nickname that we have not mentioned today. If you send him a mail, you will know that nickname. What is he? So we take your message also. Sarah, thank you. Ifeiwa Oleade, thank you. You were a classmate and friend in UI. You say, why don't good trees last in the forest? Bernardo, you will be greatly missed. The vote of thanks.
Well, let me first of all appreciate the King of Kings, the giver of life, that is making one of us to be alive today. I want to sincerely appreciate the Executive Director of NIOT, the IMC, for giving us this opportunity to organize this food from our lady for the good friend. Last Friday we talked. I told him I might get down. I don't know how it came. So he said that when this money comes, we are going to get down. Unfortunately, well, we want to appreciate every one of us for being part of this tribute. It has been a load of heaviness on us. But my prayer is that this is going to be the end of it all in the name of Jesus. And therefore, on behalf of the executive of Asuri Nayo, I want to say thank you for all of you for coming. We appreciate National Executive Asuri. Thank you for coming. And all the branch for coming to thank you. And for all our sister, thank you. And all the staff of Nayo, we want to say thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. The units, members of the IMC, the Bernard Okafor family, Great Asuri, distinguished friends, distinguished health family from all over the world. Like we have said, You may have your own tributes. Just go to forevermiss.com /Bernard Okafor. You can always drop your tribute there. And forever you will find those tributes educating, enlightening, comforting. Feel free to drop your tributes. Feel free to drop pictures that you have. Before we take the closing prayer, with heavy hearts and humble acceptance of God's will, the family of Okafor Ayogu announce the passing of our son, husband, father, and brother. And the obsequies are as follows. Monday, March 18, 4:30 p.m. The Christian Week will take place at the Seat of Wisdom, Catholic Church UI, Ibadan. Tuesday, March 19, at 7:30 a.m. At 7:30 a.m. The European Mass will take place at Sacred Heart Catholic Church, Ilupeju Bodija Extension, Ibadan. It's just along Bodija Express. You can't miss it. And of course, it's hard to say the body. But it will be taken home. And on Thursday, March 21st, the Christian Week will take place at the Okafor Ayogu family compound in Umugu Ichi, Musuka, Enugu State. Permit my pronunciation. And on Friday at 7 a.m., the line-in state at same residence, and the European Mass at 10:30 a.m. at St. Christopher Catholic Church, Umugu Ichi, Musuka, Enugu State. Signed, Felix Uchenna Okafor for the family. As we bring this to a close, I crave your indulgence to invite Engineer Sir to please give us a closing prayer. May we all rise to our feet. Thank you all so much for coming. We sincerely appreciate this. I'd like you to come out here. I'd like you to come out here. We are dedicated to the church. And we all know the church.
In the name of the Father, and of the Spirit. Our help is in the name of the Lord. Almighty and everlasting Father, we thank you for this wonderful opportunity to celebrate our brother this afternoon. Thank you for taking control of this program. May your name be exalted forever in Jesus' name. Lord, as we are going to our various destinations, we pray you be with us. We pray for the family of late Dr. Bernard Okafor. Father, we pray you continue to be with them. Console the family. Deal with his colleagues. Deal with all the members of my house. Deal with all his family. Father, we pray that through the intercession of all the saints and faithful people, we pray you put an end to untimely death in our midst. And as we are going to today, Father, go with us. We commit all the remaining part of his very activities unto the day. Father, take control in Jesus' name. Thank you, Father, for your answer. For Jesus' name. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Thank you very much. We wish you a good evening. We pray the indulgence to honor the family. We take their leave along with the executive director, members of the IMC, members of the Asuri National Board.